could describe a little bit about each format and why this is gonna, create like the most complete triathlete? How did you put together? What do you have in mind for each format each day?
Yeah, I think there's been a lot of discussions, on the perfect triathlete, and in years past we've had this style of racing. So I've been reading a lot of things where people are saying, this was done in the 90s, but absolutely wrong. It was never done. There was a format like this done in the 90s, but we've tweaked it even further. So when I sat down with a lot of the athletes we have in the Bahrain team, and a lot of the best athletes in the world, there was a talking point around the relative predictability of current racing, whether it's Ironman racing, Ride to You racing. It's sort of certain people get in front, you run and you switch the television off. And we really wanted to make sure formats stayed true to the core values of triathlon, swimming, biking, running, but made them exciting for television. That's the most key thing here, is bringing the media back to triathlon, because the media is moving away from triathlon. There's a lot more podcasts and a lot more of these sort of things, but true hardcore media in its purest sense is gone. You look at the TV times, it's statistical fact that triathlon is getting less publicity now on mainstream media than it ever was in the past. So Super League for me was a vision for showcasing and ensuring the best athletes in the world get that platform to be great, because I love triathlon. It gave me my life. I'm a retired professional, and you get quite nostalgic when you start to look back at your career. And the best racing I ever did in my life was the Formula One series in Australia, and any athlete who ever did that will tell you the same thing. It was dynamic, it was exciting, it brought a new generation of athletes to the sport. It was single-handedly the responsible thing that made Australia the greatest triathlon nation on earth in the 90s, and Super League is a resurgence of that, a relaunch of that style of thinking.
And being a little bit more specific about the next steps.
Okay.
I think that for this year we already have like some fixed plans. You can elaborate on that a little bit. And also, what's the ultimate goal? What's the dream? How many races? You have women, you have age groupers. Can you discuss a little bit?
Yeah, well, I think definitely we're the Super League. So this is the championship level, the best of the best. We do that in men and women. We tend to be the top 25 or 30 athletes in the world. 15 will always get a contract, and 15 will move themselves up into the Super League. But the key word is league, right? So league means series, but a league always means you can move up and down like football. And my business partners, Michael Dulston and Leonid Boguslawski, understand that football model very, very well, Leonid in particular. And when we discussed triathlon, we realised that the current formats around the world didn't really add a league type system to everything. So for both age groupers and professionals, that's the key thing. Leaving a footprint in somewhere like Australia, leaving a league of races where athletes at an age group level or a professional level can migrate up to a bigger standard. And that's what we're trying to build. We've got a big series of events coming out in Asia that we'll launch after Hamilton Island, but our entire focus right now is letting people understand to some degree what Super League is. It's very difficult to break into a market. You get a lot of cynics, you get a lot of people there, I've seen it all before, but no, you haven't. This is mainstream media. You've never seen TV like this in triathlon history. We've spent more money per square metre of this course than even the Olympic Games did at a triathlon. This is mind-blowing. This is next level, and I've got to thank my business partners for having the faith in myself with the vision, and for us to work together to get us here. And I know the athletes are over the moon with it.